Well, guys, man, Cleveland Browns new head coach Todd Monken, he is ready for Mary Kay. He is ready for Mary Kay's shenanigans. And Todd Monken at his introductory press conference, if you guys didn't see it, you probably missed some key points. But Todd Monken strictly embarrassed Mary Kay Cabot, followed up by Shedeur Sanders doing the same thing. You are now tuned into a brand new episode of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. I'm your host and the man behind the mic, K-Sap, and we're going to talk about it right after this.
Let me put you on game. These other podcasts out here talking that shit, but ain't repping the same. It's my bro K-Sap, chopping up topics for your optics. From politics to your top hits. Tune in, you gotta watch this. Exclusive material for your radio, stereo, pumping high definition. Stop what you doing and listen. We smashing all competition. You better jump on this wave. Somebody pass me a mic, man, I got something to say.
Well, guys, you know I got something to say, man. Well, that didn't take long, man. Newly introduced Cleveland Browns head coach Todd Monken has really studied Mary Kay over the years on things that Mary Kay would ask head coaches, defensive coordinators, offensive coordinators. And Todd Monken, he came out swinging. Now, you guys saw the introductory press conference with Todd Monken, the new head coach of the Cleveland Browns. And you know what Mary Kay Cabot always has to do. Mary Kay Cabot always tries to find a way to be messy and start a lot of junk. But in this situation, Todd Monken really embarrasses Mary Kay Cabot on the questions that she asked Todd Monken surrounding around Shedeur Sanders, because she wanted to get straight to the point, trying to see who was going to be quarterback one going into 2026, or if Todd Monken had any other plans to be in the war room thinking about drafting a quarterback. And she really got herself embarrassed, and Todd Monken gave the perfect response. So this is putting to bed about who is going to be quarterback one in 2026. All things point towards Shedeur Sanders, and Todd Monken made it abundantly clear if you just listen to what he was saying. And he embarrassed Mary Kay Cabot. But the kicker is Shedeur Sanders at the Pro Bowl had an interview set down with a young lady, a Up and Adams show, and he responded to the question that the young lady asked him pertaining to what Todd Monken said on the question that Mary Kay Cabot asked Todd Monken. And we're going to have some fun with this one because they really embarrassed Mary Kay Cabot. It's about time somebody puts Mary Kay Cabot in her place. And I want you guys to listen to what Mary Kay Cabot had to say to Todd Monken in the introductory press conference. She didn't waste no time. She came out swinging, and she missed everything that Todd Monken had to say. So, guys, let's listen to what Todd Monken had to say, and then we're going to give you clear evidence that Todd Monken is really basically telling the Cleveland media and all the NFL fans, all the Shedeur fans, that Shedeur Sanders is going to be our quarterback one for 2026. So, guys, let's take a listen to what Todd Monken responded to when Mary Kay Cabot asked a direct question. Take a listen.
Hi, Todd. Welcome back. Mary Kay Cabot, Cleveland.com, Cleveland Plain Dealer. Well, I guess I'll start right off the bat with the question probably everybody wants to know. Will you head into this offseason with Shedeur Sanders as your QB1? And if not, what is your approach to the whole quarterback situation as you move into your new job?
Well, I think like any position on the team, that's still to be determined. Am I excited about Shedeur? Am I excited about all the quarterbacks in the room? Am I excited to coach this football team? Absolutely. I can't wait for them to get back and for us to get started.
Now, you heard what Todd Monken had to say when Mary Kay Cabot asked a direct question, right? So now Guys, I want y'all to take a step back and I want y'all to just process what is going on here. Now, this was followed up by another question about Shedeur Sanders from another Cleveland insider. And this is where the embarrassment starts. Take a listen to what Todd Monken said about the quarterback traits. Now, who does all these traits belong to? Who is he talking about when he's talking about all these quarterback traits? Take a listen.
Trait, what are the traits that you feel like are critical for a successful quarterback, regardless of level?
Well, I'm just going to start with personality traits. I mean, when you talk about who's going to lead this team, who has the it factor, who has those characteristics that the team wants to follow and believes in them because the ball's in their hand every down. This game's going to come down to 2-minute situations, 4-minute situations. We've got to be able to execute at a high level. And we're just talking about some of the characteristics that you're looking for, let alone some of the physical traits that we'll get a chance to talk about later.
Now, did you hear what Todd Monken had to say? Personality traits, the it factor. Who is going to lead this team? Now, we all know that the Cleveland Browns all believe in Shedeur Sanders. They all rally around Shedeur Sanders and say great things about Shedeur Sanders. His personality, he has the it factor. We know Dylan Gabriel don't have the it factor. And we also know that Deshaun Watson, coming off an injury, he doesn't have that same it factor that he used to have. So who is Todd Monken talking about? He's talking about Shedeur Sanders, the personality, the physical traits. Who's going to lead this team? He has command of the locker room. He has command of these players. Now, more embarrassment. You know, Shedeur Sanders and Todd Monken had that brief interaction, right? They had a brief interaction. And guys, for people that don't know, Shedeur Sanders, coming out of high school, he was recruited by the University of Georgia. Who was the offensive coordinator and the quarterbacks coach at Georgia when Shedeur Sanders was being recruited? Oh my goodness. Todd Monken. Follow me here. The interaction that we saw between Shedeur Sanders and new head coach Todd Monken, when Todd Monken and Shedeur embraced, what did Todd Monken say? He was the offensive coordinator last year with the Baltimore Ravens. And he also went out and said, we tried to recruit you last year. We tried to draft you. So just follow what's going on. So now more embarrassment for Mary Kay. This is how Shedeur Sanders responded to what Todd Monken said when Mary Kay Cabot asked the question when Shedeur Sanders had to sit down on Up and Adams show and the young lady asked the question. Let's take a listen to what Shedeur Sanders had to say and how he responded to it. And he responded to it perfectly. More embarrassment for Mary Kay Cabot. Take a listen.
What? Have you talked to Todd Monken?
Yeah.
You have?
Coach Monken's, he's real cool.
Tell me about that.
It was cool. We had a brief interaction, honestly. But I know the fact that I have this mindset that I'm in and this mind frame that I'm in, I'm able to handle pretty much anything, you know. So I'm just thankful to be here. You know, I'm thankful to have Coach Monken and being able to connect with him and get his perspective of ball and see how he sees the game. So I want to do everything I want to do the same, but I want to take it a little deeper. I want to go with more depth.
He's reportedly said this morning that your role is to be determined.
Say it one more time.
Todd Monken said this morning that your role is to TBD, to be determined.
Mm-hmm.
What's your reaction to that? What does that mean to you when you hear that?
I mean, that's what's expected. You know, that's what's expected. I think each and every day I have to prove to everybody and to myself also. So it's kind of like having goals and accomplishing those goals, whether it's small goals and the small goals will end up to long-term success. So it's kind of like just hit your landmarks on what you need to do. Focus more in depth on everything on what you want to, and just be in control of your life and what you can't control.
Beautiful.
Now, you heard what Shedeur Sanders said. He answered that perfect. And this is the same player that they said he had no media training. He couldn't conduct interviews. And that was a lie. Everything that Shedeur Sanders has said in his interviews and his press conferences had been spot on. And this goes to show you that Todd Monken, he's not going to take no shenanigans from Mary Kay Cabot. He will put Mary Kay Cabot in her place. And this goes to show you that Todd Monken is not scared to say Shedeur Sanders' name. Now, we all went through this whole debacle last year with Kevin Stefanski going through his sabotage and wouldn't mention Shedeur Sanders' name. How many times in that introductory press conference did Todd Monken use Shedeur Sanders' name? Everything led with Shedeur Sanders' name. We didn't hear him say anything about Dylan Gabriel. We didn't hear him say anything about Deshaun Watson. Everything was focused on Shedeur Sanders. So all the Cleveland media that is mad that Todd Monken is the head coach and the things that he said about Jim Schwartz, for the people that support Shedeur Sanders and support the Cleveland Browns and want to see the Cleveland Browns turn this organization around with the new head coach and Todd Monken and give Shedeur Sanders a fair shot, there you have it. And he's not playing with the Cleveland media. Todd Monken has sat back and listened to some of the things that Mary Kay Cabot has said to these other head coaches. And he's not playing. So the embarrassment for Mary Kay to come out shooting the way she did and got shot down, and then the interview from the Pro Bowl that Shedeur had to sit down with, and the girl tried to piggyback off of what Todd Monken said in response to Mary Kay, and the way Shedeur answered the question, they just embarrassed Mary Kay Cabot. They not playing. Todd Monken is not playing. And then the things that Acho said, that who was going to respect this head coach? Man, Todd Monken, that press conference, introductory press conference, was spot on. He said some great things. So the Cleveland media, y'all better beware. Todd Monken ain't playing no games. Y'all guys get down in the comments section and let me know what y'all think about today's video. If you're not subscribed to the channel, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, turn your post notifications on so you know every time Simply Ball drops another hot banger. Oh yeah, I see everybody in the comments section. Hashtag salute. Oh yeah, just in case I forgot. Tell a friend and tell a friend. It might not be for you, but it might be for them. And this is going to wrap up another episode of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. I'm your host and the man behind the mic, K-Sap. Catch you on the next one. Deuces.
Thanks for listening to the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share on all major platforms.
That's all, folks.